Have you ever found yourself dealing with a narcissist and felt lost about how to handle the situation? It's a common scenario for many, but let's take a moment to understand what we're dealing with here. A narcissist is someone who has an inflated sense of importance, an excessive need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. They often disregard others' feelings and have a sense of entitlement that can be quite overwhelming. But the most striking characteristic is perhaps their inability to handle any criticism. Even the slightest negative feedback can lead to an extreme reaction, often resulting in the narcissist lashing out or even punishing the source of criticism. However, it's crucial to understand that not everyone who displays these traits is a narcissist. We all have moments of self-importance, times when we crave admiration, or instances where we might disregard someone else's feelings. What sets a narcissist apart is the consistency and intensity of these traits. They are not occasional lapses in judgment or temporary bouts of selfishness. They are persistent and often severe characteristics that have a significant impact on those around them. You might be wondering, why is it so important to identify a narcissist? Well, that's because knowing what you're dealing with is the first step towards handling the situation effectively. It's like navigating a ship. You need to know the nature of the storm you're sailing into to steer your vessel safely. So, if you find yourself dealing with someone who consistently displays an inflated sense of importance, a need for constant admiration, a disregard for others' feelings, an inability to handle criticism, and a sense of entitlement, you might be dealing with a narcissist. Remember, identifying a narcissist is the first step towards dealing with them. It's not about labeling or blaming, it's about understanding and maneuvering. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into understanding their behavior, setting boundaries, seeking support, and practicing self-care in the upcoming segments. Once you've identified a narcissist, it's time to comprehend their behavior. To truly grasp the essence of their actions, we must delve into the core characteristics that define narcissism. At the heart of their behavior is a lack of empathy. Narcissists often struggle to understand or resonate with the feelings of others. This isn't because they choose to ignore them, but because they are intrinsically incapable of empathizing in the same way most people do. This lack of empathy often manifests as an inability to recognize or validate the feelings and needs of others. Next, we have their need for control. Narcissists tend to be control freaks, wanting to dictate every aspect of their lives and the lives of the people around them. This is often driven by a deep-seated fear of losing control, which in turn stems from their fragile sense of self. They believe that by controlling their surroundings, they can protect themselves from the unpredictability of life and maintain their carefully crafted image. Then, there's the inflated sense of importance. Narcissists have an exaggerated sense of self-importance, often believing that they are superior to others. They constantly seek validation and admiration from those around them to reinforce their grandiose self-perception. However, this high self-regard is often a facade, hiding a vulnerable ego that is easily bruised by criticism or perceived slights. Finally, it's vital to understand that these behaviors are often a defense mechanism. Narcissists use these tactics to protect their fragile ego from any perceived threats. They may act superior, controlling, or indifferent not because they truly believe they're superior, but because it may help them feel safe and secure. So, what does all this mean for you? Understanding their behavior can help you strategize your interactions with them. It allows you to see past their facade and understand the reasons behind their actions. It's not about excusing their behavior, but about equipping yourself with the knowledge to navigate your relationship with them more effectively. After understanding their behavior, it's time to set some boundaries. Boundaries, in essence, are the invisible lines that we draw around ourselves to maintain balance and protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. When dealing with a narcissist, setting clear, firm boundaries becomes a critical part of the equation. You see, navigating the waters with a narcissist can often feel like a storm, and these boundaries are your anchor, your safeguard against the tumultuous waves. Let's delve into some examples of boundaries you might need to establish. One such boundary could be limiting the time spent with them. Narcissists can be emotionally draining, and spending a lot of time in their company can lead to stress and anxiety. Thus, setting a specific time frame for interactions can serve as a buffer, a protective shield against potential emotional exhaustion. Another boundary could involve the topics of conversation. Narcissists are known for their tendency to steer conversations towards themselves or engage in negative talk. Here, you can set a boundary by choosing not to engage in conversations that revolve around their self-interests or that breed negativity. You could gently steer the discussion towards more positive, inclusive topics, or choose to disengage if the conversation becomes too overwhelming. It's crucial to remember that setting boundaries isn't about being harsh or unkind. It's about self-preservation. It's about ensuring that your voice is heard, your feelings are respected, and your mental health is preserved. It's about creating a healthy, balanced environment for both you and the narcissist. However, setting these boundaries is one thing, maintaining them is another. It's not uncommon for a narcissist to push these boundaries to test the waters. In such instances, stand firm. Hold your ground. Your boundaries are your safe zone, and it's vital that they are respected. And lastly, don't forget to communicate these boundaries clearly. Clarity can prevent misunderstandings and ensure that the narcissist is aware of what behavior is acceptable and what is not. Remember, boundaries are not just about protecting yourself, they also help the narcissist understand what behavior is acceptable. Dealing with a narcissist can be draining. It's crucial to seek support. It's like stepping into a maze where every turn is an echo of your own voice, twisted and distorted. You may feel isolated, but remember, you are not alone. Reach out to those who care about you. Friends, family, they can offer you a perspective that you might miss when you're stuck in the labyrinth. They will validate your feelings, assuring you that it's not all in your head. They can help you maintain a sense of self, despite the narcissist's attempts to overshadow it. And who knows, they might have even walked a similar path and can share strategies to cope with the narcissist. But sometimes, friends and family might not be enough. It's okay, it's not a reflection on them or you. In such cases, consider seeking the help of a mental health professional. They are trained to help you navigate these complex situations, providing you with tools and strategies to maintain your mental well-being. Never underestimate the power of a strong support network when dealing with a narcissist. You are not alone in this. Take that step, reach out, and find strength in unity. Finally, don't forget to take care of yourself. Dealing with a narcissist can be a draining experience, both mentally and emotionally. It's like trying to fill a cup that's always empty. But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. This is where self-care comes into play. It's not just about bubble baths and chocolates. It's about engaging in activities that fill your cup, that rejuvenate your spirit and fortify your resilience. This could be as simple as taking a walk in nature, practicing mindfulness, or spending time with loved ones who uplift you. Building resilience is equally crucial. It's about developing a kind of mental toughness, a shield against the emotional turmoil that a narcissist can cause. This involves accepting that there will be challenging times, but also understanding that you have the strength to endure and emerge stronger. This journey is not about them, it's about you. It's about finding ways to thrive, not just survive. So whether it's through therapy, self-care practices, or building resilience, remember to put yourself first. Remember, your well-being is paramount. Always prioritize self-care and resilience when dealing with a narcissist.